Good evening and bienvenue, my fond, fair friends, family, and subscribers. This is your humble narrator, Diomedes Rouge, here to bring you part 5 of What If Naruto Had S.L.D&D.S, also called Solo Leveling Dungeons and Dragons Style. Now, where we last left off, they captured the Demon of the Mist, as well as Gato. They triumphed. Uzumaki Bridge was made. They begin to head home after, Kakashi calls in or sends a messenger off to the Hidden Mist and gets someone to collect, Gato as well as Zabuza. Upon them being returned, they head home again, taking another day, essentially, of rest and relaxation before, getting to leave. And at that point, the real fun begins. Because as soon as they enter the home, or rather, as soon as they get back home and turn in their report, Naruto, upon everyone being asked to leave, asks for a private audience with the third. The third just goes, "What? What do you want, Naruto?" Says, "I'll explain more once we're in private. But it has something to do with the fourth." Oh? As the third's eyes begin to, bulge slightly, realizing that Naruto may know. Sorry, one moment. Realizing Naruto may know. And upon that, they go in a more private room. As he asks, "Alright, Naruto," as they are in his office, "what do you wish to know? Or what do you want to talk about?" As Naruto says, "I said in private." "Yes, we're in private." As he puts his hand behind his back, "Very well." And before he says another word, he throws a kunai straight at the ceiling. If we're so much in private, then how come there are two guys up in the rafters? As they fall out and let themselves be somewhat known, Lord Third says, "Just a precautionary measure. They're always there to watch over and protect." "Right. I'm not foolish enough to think that they would call me a threat. After all, I am just a child, aren't I? It's not like I'm a Jinchuriki." As upon both of the guards hearing that, they begin to move their hands ever so slightly towards their weapons. As Naruto holds up his hands and says, "You know, if I were you guys, I'd be a lot more subtle about whenever you're going to draw your weapons. As before they can even do anything, a very bad, how should we say, a very powerful and numbing beam of blue light shines from Naruto's open hand as it hits one of the Ambu's hands, freezing it virtually instantly. As it goes, "Ah, son of a..." Ray of Frost. Very useful. But don't worry, the effects are temporary. And your hand is not frozen, just encased in ice. So, that's always fun." "You little bastard, I said I wanted privacy with the third. If anyone's the bastard here, it's you two." As he draws out his long sword and points it at them both. "Now, leave." As the third says, leave us. But sir, leave. Naruto isn't going to hurt me. I know him too well. As Naruto chuckles slightly at this, going, oh yes, you know me very well, don't you? As both of them exit the house, the office, correction, Naruto just simply looks at him, stating, so, now that you know that I know I'm a Jinchuriki, care to guess what else I also know? Oh, what? Minato Namikaze, also known as the Yellow Flash, also known as the Fourth Hokage, is my father. Yeah, I found that bit of information out as well. I see. Anything else? Oh, quite a few things, but honestly, I'll save those for as they're needed in this discussion. You know, you hid things from me for so long, I might as well keep you guessing about the things that I'm hiding. Naruto, I did that for my own protection, right? Right? For my own protection, for my own good, so I wouldn't get egotistical, hot-headed, or was it to try and keep your pet Jinchuriki under control? He states in a condescending voice. I know what a Jinchuriki is. We're weapons in human form, especially to most people. Naruto, no. I'm talking. You had plenty of time to tell me these truths. Plenty of time to tell me who my family was. Now I get to speak. I'm gonna make up for all the time you missed. Understood, old man? As the third just sits there quietly. Very well, speak. As Naruto hammers into him, just letting him feel the pure rage and anger he's held on to all these years. Everyone hated me. They still hate me for something I didn't even do. I thought my family left me. I thought I was abandoned and alone. And you knew them. You knew them. Everyone knows. Yet no one tells me. Only thing I get called is Demon Child. Not Son of the Fourth. Not... No I'm sorries that your family's gone. Nothing like that. Just sheer hatred. Just for me being alive. Do you know what that's like, Lord Third? Naruto, I was trying to keep you out of the spotlight. I was trying to keep you Ender Wraps under control. No, I was trying to keep you out from the limelight, trying to keep you from getting found. There are people out there who are searching for the Jinchuriki that would use you as a weapon, in truth. Oh, like you aren't. No, I wouldn't, Naruto. Oh, really? 'Cause despite you using me as one or not, I'm turning into one already. I mean, you've heard about my death count. My kill count? You know about it by now, I'm sure. Naruto, yes, I realized, what? That I'm an efficient killer just like my father? That I'm turning into exactly the thing you groomed me for. I didn't groom you for anything. Bullshit. Didn't groom me for anything? My hatred festered up inside of me for years. Every time I looked at someone, it was as if they stared daggers into me. They hated me. Every time I would go to school, children made fun of me, calling me useless, weak, orphan, alone, good for nothing, useless. That's the one that really stuck with me, useless. Well, I'm going to be of use, but it's not going to be the use that you nor anyone else ever thought of. Are you done yelling at me? Not by a damn long shot, old man. Not by a long shot. But I will tell you one thing. You and me are going to have a long talk. One day, me and you are going to have a very, very long talk. Not now. Not now. Oh. And why not now, Naruto? Simple. There's not enough time left in this damn day. And honestly, I don't feel like holding up the Hokage from his important business. Like maybe, I don't know, trying to groom another orphan. That's not fair, Naruto. I don't give a damn if it's not fair, old man. Because life was never fair to me, so why should I be fair to it? But you know what? I am going to get something out of you for all those years of pain. Oh, and what's that? Knowledge. Knowledge. What? You want me to teach you? Hell no. For one, I don't use jutsus the way you guys use them. I don't use the magic in me to release it. I call upon the mystical energies around me and focus them into my body. So your techniques don't mean jack shit to me. What does, pardon me, what does is your library of Konoha. I want to study it thoroughly. I want access to every book, every record on the shelf. And why would you want that, Naruto? Simple. You covered up my family. You covered up me. I want to see what else is there. I want to know what else is there. I want to see what's laying in between the lines so I can properly bring this city into the light. And what do you mean by that? Simple. I'm gonna be Hokage one day. I'm going to drag Konoha out of this dark, dim cesspool. And I'm going to bring it into the light. I'm going to make it a beacon. And even if I have to drag it up there by the hair, if I have to break every person's bone, everyone's bones to get him moving, I'll do so. That's not right, Naruto. Do I look like I care about what's right? I care about what's needed. What's needed is a proper, and I mean proper, Konoha. A proper hidden leaf. Not this false standard you have set up here. This is a pale imitation of what it can be, of what I'm seeing it as. And even if I have to, and as I said, even if I have to drag it up, I'll bring it up. The only real question is, how many people will join me in making this place what it can be? Well, then give it your best shot, Naruto. but I won't give you access to those files. That's fine. Oh, yeah, it's perfectly fine if you don't give me access to those files. And how so? Simple. Because I can always just break in. Break in? You have over 13 different lapses in security up in this tower, much less in your libraries. Unincluding the 14th one, I could have gone in here to steal that big scroll right over there behind the false wall. You know, this one. As he walks over to an office door, smacks on the painting, and, well, a false wall opens, revealing a large hidden scroll. Like that. If I'm not mistaken, that's the one that that talks about the Reaper's death seal and all that, right? Your particular one? It has all the Kage's forbidden and hidden techniques and all that stuff. You know. How do you know about that, Naruto? How do I know about it? How don't more people know about it? A child could sneak in here and steal it. Your security is a joke, old man. If I really wanted the information, I could have come in here every single night and read, and read, and read, and read, thumbing through every bit of information. Your guards couldn't stop me. Your Ambu may be powerful, but they're stupid. They let themselves be spotted too easily. They're too naive. The only good one you had was Kakashi. And he doesn't even want to be one anymore. So tell me, are you really sure you're gonna deny me access to those files? The third sighs. Very well, but on one condition. What's that? You go in unarmed. I can deal with that. After all, that's my specialty. What, being unarmed? No. Going into places unarmed. If you want to know more about that, just wait. If I'm not mistaken, the Chunin exams will be happening in a couple of months, right? You can find out more then, old-timer. As Naruto walks out, smiling. Almost wickedly. As the third takes a deep sigh, going, I'm sorry, Minato. I'm sorry. As he looks out upon the mountain with the faces carved into the rock. After that, Naruto drops his smile upon leaving and just... Well, that was boring and tedious and aggravating. What else to do? Maybe... As he begins to walk around the town, trying to relax, trying to unwind as he comes across a certain dojo. I will admit I'm not exactly the best in hand-to-hand, but I'm willing to give it a shot. As soon as he enters, he sees several people immediately stop and turn to look at him. As then he realizes, oh yeah, he's still in his half-plate armor. As he just kind of smiles and goes into the, changing room. As a certain tall, green-clad, bushy-browed man watches him in particular. Upon exiting the changing room, he is, in a standard, workout clothes. Shorts, t-shirt, even a little sweatband over his head. As he goes and walks straight over to a punching bag. But as he does, more people now are staring at him out of curiosity rather than, well, maliciousness. As they see this kid's arms are, ripped. And as he hammers his fists into the punching bag, they can tell those punches contain a lot of force behind them. And I do mean a lot of force. If we had to measure Naruto's current strength on a scale, allow me to try and put it in the briefest of terms. A standard person has about a 10 in strength, able to lift about maximum 80 to 100 pounds without too much, with straining themselves. Naruto's sitting at 18 strength currently, after he readjusted himself. And, oh boy, that 18, he could probably lift a car if he strained hard enough. He could probably lift it and throw it a decent ways. Now imagine all that amount of power now hammering into a punching bag. We're talking like Rock Lee levels of strength right here, of just after a few gates opening levels of strength, pounding into this bag. As it's shaking and jerking and moving, the seams are beginning to come undone on the back as Naruto just keeps hammering into it over and over, blow after blow. As my guy begins to go, looks like Kakashi picked up a bruiser. He's a bit unfocused and not exactly trained, but he looks pretty decent. As Neji just goes, his emotions are all over the place. But then again, I'm assuming he doesn't fight barehanded often. As Rock Lee is going, wow, he looks like a truly great opponent. As with one final large kick, he shatters the chains holding the punching bag in place, sending it flying a good solid 10 feet before it breaks open and sand spills everywhere upon the ground. As he immediately goes, sorry, I didn't mean for that too. As my guy approaches him going, relax. It's okay. It happens more often than you think around here. You're with Kakashi, right? Naruto? And he says, you know my sensei? Of course I know your sensei. Me and him go way back. As Rock Lee approaches saying, yeah, wow, I never expected you to be having another person that was pretty good at taijutsu around here. As Naruto states, I don't know much taijutsu. That was just me punching and venting out rage. Rage? Yeah, I was... Never mind. It just had a really bad conversation earlier and I just needed a place to vent. I see. As Tintin kind of says nervously, as Guy says, well, punching bags are good and all, but what do you say to an actual challenge? An actual challenge? Yeah. As he pats Rock Lee on the back, stating, he's one of my best physical fighters. I would put you up against Neji, but you would lose fairly instantly. As Naruto states, lose? You wanting us to fight? Spar. Alright. As they go to a little ring. And Naruto stretches, getting ready, and so does Rock Lee. And he states, alright, here are the rules, as he puts some padding on them and everything. This is a fight this is a fight for fun. No going for gutter, no going for cheap shots or anything of that nature. And no trying to kill one another. You hear me, Lee? He says, of course, Sensei. Naruto, I gotcha. As they begin to square up. As Naruto opens his eyes wide, keeping track of Lee. Watching his movements, realizing this is his territory. Let's see what he can do. As Rock Lee starts moving forward at an incredible speed, Naruto, able to keep up, but it is straining. Watching him move and jump around as he says, Lee Hurricane! Or Leaf Hurricane, going for a kick right upside Naruto's head as he immediately says, Sentinel! Smashing him straight in the gut right before he can make impact with that foot, sending him flying upwards. As Rock Lee lands, he goes, what the hell was that? As he rolls back up onto his feet nearly instantaneously, as Naruto begins to jump back and forth, holding his hands up going, don't think that I'm going to be an easy fight. I may not know a lot of taijutsu, but I do know how to defend myself. As Lee just smiles and says, alright, let's see what you can really do. As he goes straight in for another Leaf Hurricane. And Naruto says, that again? I don't think you understand the situation you're in. However, this time when he goes to throw the attack, Lee dodges. He dodged Sentinel as he gets a sudden knee straight to the chest. Sending him back a couple feet, but Naruto's still standing. As Lee goes in for a barrage, going to lay into him. As Naruto has no choice but to buckle down and take the hits, waiting for an opening. Why, you may ask? Simple. He knows Lee is faster, and he knows trying to outrun him or outmaneuver him will be useless. But what he also knows is Lee is cocky. He's going to take advantage of whatever he can, and right when the opening's proper, Naruto will show him how he can truly fight. And right when Lee goes for a straight blitz, right when he goes to lay into him, he has a momentary pause, a momentary gap that by anyone else's standards would be very hard and very difficult to even fathom or notice. And that's when Naruto unleashes hell. He slams him into the side, right into the rib cage with all his strength. As before Lee can recover, he goes for the other side, right into the other set of ribs. Jamming back and forth, up, down, left, right, eating each part of his torso, not letting him catch one breath. Every hit feels like Rock Lee is getting smashed with a sledgehammer. As he gets boom, 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 boom. But eventually he keeps up. He breaks away from Naruto, charging back at him, going for an actual hit, an actual punch. But Naruto dodges and ducks underneath. And he activates Sentinel yet again to stop him from moving, as he slams him right in the gut, right in the solar plexus, causing him to lose all the air out of his gut. All the air in his lungs just immediately flies out as he's forced to try and gasp for air. But Naruto ain't allowing that. As he slams his knee straight into his nose, causing it to bleed and gush, as he then smashes his forearm right against Lee's head, causing him to go, beginning him to twist and turn. As Naruto does one final thing, he moves with the speed of lightning, using his action surge, and he grapples him. He grapples him around the gut and suplexes him over his head and onto the ground. As Mike Guy says, "Hold, hold, hold! Easy, easy." As Naruto lets go and... Sorry, I got carried away. As Lee gets up, holding his nose, and... that was fun, but painful. As he pinches it. Wow, that was, wow, you're pretty good, Naruto. Sorry, Lee, I got a bit carried away there. I was having a little bit too much fun.
Yeah, I kinda can tell. I think my nose is broken.
Sorry. As Tintin begins to get upset and starts to go to fuss at him, as Mike Guy says, "It's alright, it's understandable. You haven't been taught too much restraint by Kakashi yet, have you?" To be fair, it's not his fault. I just found out recently that I am like this. And we were in a fight recently, and... You mean with Kakashi? No, our last mission was falsely assigned. Falsely assigned? Yeah. There was a guy, Zabuza, Demon of the Mist. He and quite a few goons that were hired by this one Yakuza, Gato. They tried to take over this small village. It was ranked as a D rank quest when it was supposed to be marked as a minimum B rank. We wound up getting wrapped up in it, and we completed it. And, well, I wound up killing quite a few people. You killed a few people? Oh yeah, if I was using my actual abilities and everything, I could have tried to kill Lee a few different times, so I'm assuming that's the same for him. Really? Like, how so? As Naruto looks over at one of the posts and he holds out his hand. Freezing Ray! As a large beam of cold energy fires from his hand, freezing the post. He goes, "Oh. That's different." He goes, "And I know a few other things. However, it does take a while and I do have access to other stuff, but I can't use a lot of different abilities at one time. I have to actually focus down to switch out some stuff around." I see. Yeah, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Pardon me one moment. But for the most part, yeah, I have access to a wide variety of stuff. Huh. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I guess. Anything more powerful than that? Oh, yes, by far, but stuff like that I can't use often. Otherwise, I drain myself fairly quickly, as he clearly lies, basically not wanting too many people to know what his true capabilities are. Says, "I see. Well, it's gonna be fun watching you grow, Naruto." As Lee states.
Wow, yeah, I may have found a new rival.
It's good to hear. Again, I'm sorry for all the damage I've caused. No worries, Naruto, no worries. It'll be taken care of. Go on, enjoy your youth. So, thank you, Guy-sensei. As he takes off. And that's whenever a couple of them begin to talk, and oh boy. I'm not gonna let you know what they talk about quite yet, but you'll find out soon. As upon there, Naruto gears up, he gets all his stuff gathered together, and, well, he walks off. But where does he walk off to? Ah, that is the golden question. He goes to try and find Shikamaru and Hinata. Why? Well, they're his teammates. And, well, two people he can actually care about. As he's walking along to them, essentially he's just trying to relax. He's trying to calm down. Not only from the adrenaline from fighting Lee, but also from the conversation he had with the third. And while he vented out a lot of that from his system, he still is dwelling on it. Think about if there was anything he could have said differently. How he was trying to be rational, but he sounded like a petulant child more than anything. Or worse, he sounded like Sasuke. As he keeps going and he eventually comes across Hinata and Shikamaru. And he sees a couple people they're talking with. Shino, Choji, and Kiba. As Naruto begins to, well, butt into the conversation. As Kiba instantly says, "Wow, don't you look ridiculous?" As Naruto looks down and says, "Really? I look ridiculous. Coming from the guy who has a dog in his hoodie." "Yes, Akamaru is adorable. You can't deny that." I said, "Yes, I can deny that. I can deny that boldly. As far as I'm concerned, if he's with you, he's nothing more than a mangy mutt." "What did you say?" "Oh, you heard me. Oh, you heard me, Kiba the Mutt Master." Are you asking for a fight, Naruto?" "Oh, no, 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 Kiba. No, I'm not asking for a fight. I'm begging for a fight. The only thing is, I have no one capable around here bringing me one. Do you think you could do you think you could run off and find someone worth my time? Thank you." As Kiba is just astonished by this, stating, "Oh, I am gonna kick your..." Right as soon as he's about to say that, Choji walks in and basically, well, not walks in, he butts in, grabbing Kiba's head and, well, putting his hand around his mouth, telling him, "Shut up." "Naruto." "Yeah, Choji? What's wrong with you?" "What's wrong with me? What do you mean, what's wrong with me? Why are you acting like a dick?" "Excuse me?" "You heard me. Don't get me wrong, I can understand it somewhat with Kiba, but you're going way too far." "Too far?" "Yeah, way too far." "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was speaking to the Morals Committee." "Well, you are. Now tell me what the hell's wrong with you." "Nothing you need to concern yourself with, Choji." And then Hinata smacks him upside the back of the head. "Well, then maybe you could concern it with me. Because the Naruto I care about, the Naruto I like, the Naruto I... Yes? The Naruto we all care about wouldn't act this way." As even Shikamaru's going, "Yeah, man, you've been kind of changed since the whole, you know, Zabuza thing." "Zabuza?" "Yeah, he was a high-ranking ninja. He was a high-ranking shinobi we wound up going up against in the Hidden Mist. He nearly killed us." "High-ranking, huh?" "Yes." "Oh, and how high-ranking was he? Ambu level?" "What?" Kiba states. "Yeah. From what we could tell, he was at minimum along the levels of an Ambu. And I'm assuming your sensei beat him." For the most part, yes. But Naruto, he's been different since facing off against all those men, including Zabuza. What do you mean, all those other guys? Oh, are you talking about all the guys who I fried, or all the guys who I, well, cut down, or all the guys who I did a mixture of frying and cutting down? Frying? Oh, yeah. Burned about, what was it? 20 of them came across, tried to get on the, try to get to us. I slipped them up with a simple. I slipped them up and barbecued them. You. Oh, yeah. Burned them to death. Quite interesting seeing them jump into the water to try and escape just to make the fire grow on them go worse. Didn't have enough time to really watch though, as more tried to come down and I had to keep on blasting and slicing. As Shikamaru goes, "Enough, Naruto. What's wrong with you? What's going on? The Naruto you used to know died." What? I'm sorry, what do you think happens whenever all you know is pain? The Naruto you used to know, the Naruto you probably cared about, yeah, that guy, he's not me. I'm sorry to break it to you. Y'all killed him a long, long, long time ago. Y'all broke him. I'm all that's left. A guy who only cares about the people who he has to. A guy who's going to get the job done despite how many people he has to cut down to do so. The guy you know is dead. Might as well get used to that while you can. Because I guarantee you, he ain't coming back. As Hinata goes, You're lying. I'm lying? Now that's one thing I don't do. Why would I lie about that? Do you really think I would? They broke me. What do you think happens to a person when he wakes up and is told he's useless? Walks around and is told he's called a monster, a demon, a freak. Gets ostracized from everything. Has everyone pick on him, mess with him, joke with him. Or rather, I should say, pull jokes on him as he looks towards Kiba. What do you think happens? Huh? Not to mention the one person who I thought was a friend tried to kill me. The one person who talked with me. He stabbed me in the chest. I still have the scars to prove it. Just because I wouldn't try and steal a scroll from the Hokage. Honestly, I'm surprised it took me that long to finally crack. I'm not gonna be anyone's victim anymore. I'm gonna be me. And the only people who I care about are the people who bother to care about me. Understand? And anyone who, poked fun, jabbed at me, occasionally hit me, yeah, you can all go to hell. Shino, Choji, Shikamaru, Hinata, y'all are all in the clear. Y'all never done anything to me. Hell, Shikamaru, you were acting more like a friend to me on most occasions, considering the circumstances. And Choji, you were always kind. So, I don't hold any of you two responsible. Anyone else? Especially that fuzzy-haired bastard, as he points towards Kiba, can go suck an egg. Because I don't give a shit about his opinion. Nor do I give a shit about him. And honestly, you're right. Why should I bother insulting him? He's not even worth my time. As he begins to walk off again. Everyone there stunned about hearing this, stunned about what's going on as Kakashi looks down from above going, oh Lord, this isn't gonna end well. As Naruto storms off, Hinata begins to tear up. Shikamaru begins to go, ah, what a drag! This is not good. As Kiba just kind of sits there thinking about everything. Sits there pondering, is that true? Did we do that to him? I didn't think about it at the time, but we did kind of treat him like shit. But pardon me. As Naruto storms off, he goes and leaves the village. Not permanently, he's just going outside to get some air. As he thinks about it, he ponders, should I leave? Should I actually just get up and run? He thinks, nah. As much fun as that might be, it's not worth it. Granted, I would go somewhere, I'd have some adventures maybe, but in the end, it would take more time to try and build a different village. Rebuild something without any resources or any backing. No, I'm gonna drag Konoha up into the highest point. I'll have to swallow my pride on quite a few occasions, more than like it. As he begins to slam his hand up against a tree. Why? Why do I have to be like this? Why does it have to be like this? As Kakashi walks up. You want to talk? Not especially. Alright. As he sits down next to him. What are you doing? Naruto states. I'm sitting down. Why? Because I can. Are you going to tell me I can't? No. Then there you go. Naruto goes over and sits next to him. So, we're just going to sit here? Well, you didn't want to talk. And I doubt you'd want to hear me talk. So yeah, just going to sit here. Fine, we can talk. Okay. What do you want to talk about? Why didn't anyone tell me? Tell you what? That you're a Jinchuriki? That you have a nine-tailed demon fox resting inside your belly? That technically everything that they told you was true? Everything you were called was true? Or the fact that we lied about your father? How you weren't abandoned or left behind? How you were the son of the fourth Hokage? Which one? Both. As he is beginning to tear up. It's simple and complicated. We didn't tell you about the Jinchuriki because, Well, we didn't want to scare you. We wanted to give you the best shot at a normal life as possible. Normal life? Normal life? Do you realize how screwed up my life's been? He says with tears in his eyes. Everyone calling me a freak, a monster, a demon. Being angry at me for nothing. All I wanted was someone to talk to, someone to be next to, and I never got anything. The only way I could ever get attention was by defacing property or getting in trouble. I know, Naruto. I know. But it's all we could do. It's all you could do, or all they wanted to do. Wasn't there someone who could have taken care of me? Someone who could have taken me in? Wasn't there anyone who even gave a damn? Because it sure as hell didn't feel like it. You're right. We could have done a lot of things different. But most of the people your father knew were shinobi. Most of them that were connected to you were high-ranking shinobi. Which in turn doesn't lead for a good life. It leads towards a disastrous one, filled with pain and heartache. Some people couldn't handle that responsibility of having you along with them. The constant reminder of losing one of the best people. What do you mean? You look a lot like him. Almost a spitting image. You have your mother's personality, though. You knew them? The fourth. He was my teacher. What? He taught me. He trained me. You knew my father. For a long time, yes. You knew him, and you still... Naruto, I'm no one you should look up to. I'll admit that, and I've made a lot of mistakes. And I'm trying to fix that now. The only thing I could do now is say I'm sorry. And be there for you. I'm not going to try and say I did anything for the wrong reasons or for the right reasons. I have my own demons to face. My own fears to conquer. I realized I put you in a bad situation. I should have done more. But it's what we could do. As Naruto just thinks and sits there. So that's the reason. To be fair, no one knows you're the son. Only a few people know you're the direct son. During that attack, your father and mother did all they could to seal the nine-tailed demon fox away. And died during the process. As far as anyone knows, he was airless. Hairless. Airless. He had no one to take up his mantle. No one knows that he had a son. Or that that son was you. So people just don't know. We could tell them. And then what? Put a giant target on your back? No. No, you're right. Listen, Naruto, I know you went through a good portion of your life alone. Without anyone. And for that I am sorry. We were too caught up in what was trying to be best for us and not caught up with what was best for you. From now on, if you'd allow it, I can try and fix that. Try and be the family you never had. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, it kinda does, actually. Good. But you're not taking my last name. Wouldn't dream on it. Boy, we're gonna have a weird... Boy, aren't we the weird pair? Yep, we are. As, well, upon him stating all of that, Kakashi hears, you know you two aren't as good as hiding as you think you are, right? As Shikamaru says, damn it! I knew we shouldn't have tried sneaking around. As Hinata also pops up saying, sorry, we were worried. And Naruto just kind of goes, oh, great. As Hinata rushes in and gives him a big hug, saying, I'm sorry you went through that, Naruto. And I had no idea about anything. As Kakashi says, hold up. Both of you can't tell anyone about this. What? Why not? Hinata says, as Shikamaru states, because it would cause an uproar. The exact opposite of what Naruto wants and needs. Besides, it'll come out in time. And I'm sure whenever he's ready to reveal his secret, he'll be more than willing to. Ain't that right, Naruto? As he gets a bit of a grin on his face. Yeah, you're damn right. Good. Now what do you say we all head over to Ichiraku's and get some ramen? On Kakashi. As Naruto begins to head off, and Kakashi says, yeah, wait, what? As he said, yeah, you agreed, run! And they all take off towards Ichiraku Ramen, and Kakashi just going, damn it, there goes my paycheck. And I think that's where I'll end it off here, guys. Hope you all have fun, and please do leave a like and comment if you think it deserves it. Bye for now.